Hey, what's up? What's going on? Yeah, here I am, back again. Welcome back to the shop. I am quite literally surrounded by stash ads, as you can see. I've got this stuff stacked up in front of me so I can show you guys. I've got a lot. I've been slacking on doing my videos for stash ads and stuff like that. Because, well, you know, I get busy. Stuff happens. What can I say? But I've got quite a few things to talk to you guys about today as far as stash ads. And, yeah, so let's just roll right into this, right? So that eventually you can see me. Anyway, maybe you don't want to. I don't know. Anyway, so first things first. You guys remember my my good buddy Matt, a.k.a. Lucasy. He did a neat little video on this kit right here, because I was looking for one. Yeah, and he was telling everybody that was going to be at NNL East that they take it easy on me if they had one, because I was looking for it. And my buddy Ajax over at Rattle Can Shenanigans, he like emailed me before I even made it to NNL East, and he's like, "Dude, I've got a couple of versions of that kit. They're not sealed, but they're sealed inside, type of stuff." And he offered to send me one. So that's really cool. Thank you, Mr. Ajax. I appreciate that. Anyway, so that is the first on the list. We got this. At NNL East, everybody that said hi to me also said, "Did you find your 57 Chevys?" So thanks a lot, Matt. I really appreciate that. But anyways, we got that. Pretty excited. We're going to put it in the stash, which is going to move around a little bit. I brought home some wire-racked shelves on wheels, and I'm going to take my stash that's quickly invading my other shelves and stack it up on that, move things around a little bit, kind of tidy things up in here. So that's what I'm going to be doing this weekend, just in case you wanted to know. You probably didn't. But anyway, there's that. Pretty cool. So thank you again, Ajax. Let's put this stuff, I don't know where. There is good. Okay, now another, so I should, let me start again. I met a lot of really cool people at NNL East, and I mean a lot. You guys all rocked. Everybody that came up and introduced yourselves to me, that was amazing. That's part of why I do this channel, is to participate in this modeling community. And just when people come up to me and say, hey, they like what I'm doing, and it all makes it worthwhile. That makes these videos worth doing and fun to do. So thank you guys. But anyways, there's three individuals that I want to talk about specifically. Losing my voice. So the first one is Jason. He came up to me and gave me this kit because he said that he watched my video where I said that I didn't have any Tom Daniels kits, which I didn't. He's like, I don't know if you know this or not, but that's a Tom Daniels kit. That's the Badman. And I was like, oh yeah, that's right. That is the Badman. He's like, here, I want you to have it. Now you have a Tom Daniels kit. And I was like, cool, thanks, dude. He's like, you know what would be really cool? We got to talking. He's like, you know what would be really cool is if there's a decal guy out there that makes Badman decals, but they're updated decals. You could build an updated version of the Badman. And I'm like, that's a really good idea. That's a really, really good idea. And he sent me those decals. Well, how badass is that? Yes, oops, I said it. I'm sorry, YouTube. How rad is that? So, I've got a Tom Daniels Badman kit, and I've got the decals, so that's really cool. That's really cool. I can't wait to do this, actually. I'm looking at these decals, and I'm like, okay, that's freaking neat. I want to show you guys. So that's what the decal sheet looks like, right? And it's got the 396 banners, but then it has these blank banners where you can fill in engine sizes. It's got 427, 454, 377, 388, 331, 283. I'm thinking a really cool Badman with either a VCG or an Iceman, maybe a small block Chevy with a big supercharger on it. You know, like an updated version. I think that would be pretty cool. So, look at that. Now you guys are starting to be able to see me. So that'd be neat. So thank you, Jason, for that. Yeah, gosh. Okay. The next kit is one of the guys that came up to me and introduced himself and is a phenomenal builder. Lewis Hicks. Holy moly, that guy can build a beautiful model. I believe he took a Best of award home from N&L East. So that ought to tell you right there how good of a builder this kid is. I was telling him how I was looking for the Street Burner 79 Camaro 3-in-1. I've been looking for it and looking for it. My friend Dave, he dropped off a partial kit. It was started, and that's cool. Thank you, Dave, for that. That was a little while ago, but I really wanted a sealed kit, something that was brand new that I could start with. And Lewis was like, hey, dude, I think I've got one of those, maybe even two. So let me check, and I'll mail you one if I do. And I was like, oh, that's cool, thanks. And he reached out, said he had one. Asked him what he wanted for it. He said nothing, so thank you, Lewis. That's amazing. But yes, we've added this to the stash. This is cool. This is in contention for one of the builds I do this year. So, as you guys all know, I host the Street Machine Group build. Starts June 1st. Look for the video for that next week, by the way. And I really wanted to do this for that build. But then this other kit came into my life that we will talk about next week. So it's going to be either one of those two kits, this one or the other one, or maybe even both, because the group build runs through the rest of the year, right? I've got until New Year's Eve to finish my build, so I bet you I can do two. So, but thank you, Lewis. That's awesome. I love this kit. I built it as a kid when it was the black heavy. It said something on the quarter panels. I don't quite remember it. It's okay, but love that kit, so thank you. Let's see. Next on the list, same situation. Met this guy, shook his hand. We sat there, you know, had a good long chat. Super nice dude. Dave, man, what a nice guy. Asked me the same thing. Did you find your 57 Chevy? And I'm like, yes, I have a 57 Chevy coming, but these other two kits I was looking for, and he's like, really? So, you know, he says, long story short, this guy had one of these kits. I was able to work out a trade with him. So, Dave, your kit is actually being mailed tomorrow morning, believe it or not. I know I've dragged my butt on that, so I worked out a trade with him. As it turns out, he's got the 1-to-1 version of this, and it's amazing. And he's like, yeah, dude, I'll send it to you. I'm probably never going to build it. This was the other kit that I was really looking for, and that is the 76 Chevy van. Funny story about this kit. I'm waiting in line to get into N&L. Waiting there and watching the vendors go by. And we get there super early. So we were pretty close to the front line. And I watched a vendor push a big cart by, and one of these kits was in the middle of the stack of his stuff. And I'm like, there it is. There's the van. I'm like, yes, at least I know I'll get the van. So I doors opened. I literally ran in, put my stuff on the table, bought a t-shirt because I found last year that if you don't buy a t-shirt right away, they'll sell out of your size. You know, most of us in this hobby aren't exactly slim. So, yeah, And so that was it. I ran in, I put the stuff on the table, and I ran and bought a t-shirt. And then I ran through the vendor area looking for that guy. And I found that guy. But somebody else must have had the same idea because this kit was already gone by the time I got there. So thank you, Dave. Thank you very much. If it wasn't for Lewis and Dave, I wouldn't have found all of the kits that I was looking for at NNL. So thank you. That's awesome. I can't wait to build this. This is going on the list. So now, let's see. Random stuff. Okay. Went to my model club meeting last Saturday. Really good friend of mine is a club member, and he says, I'm walking out into the parking lot, and he yells my name, and I'm like, what's up, John? What's going on? He's like, here, you said you didn't have a Tom Daniels kit, now you've got two. So he gifted me this, which is really cool. I've never had this kit. Obviously, I've never had a Tom Daniels kit, but I've always looked at it and thought, wow, that's kind of neat. That's a really neat kit. So that's awesome. That's getting put in the stash. I don't know when I'm going to build this, but it's got to be soon. It's got to be. It's been a while since I've done a funny car. And this one is pretty neat. So thank you, John. Appreciate that. And then at the raffle at my club meeting, I won one of my tickets was called. Out of the 8 people that we pick 8 tickets, and 8 people win a model out of the pile. They picked one of my numbers, and I grabbed this. The AMT Sunbeam Tiger. It's 2-in-1, stock or racing. Right? That's pretty neat. It's got some cool stuff that you can put in there. Really neat stuff. I opened this kit up and I was like, wow, that is cool. That is really cool. Look at that little body. These things came with a Ford 260 V8. But again, I know there are lots of aftermarket people that print really killer small block Fords. So something like that might have to happen. But that's really cool. I won that at the raffle. And then, so I picked this kit up. This kit is not staying in my stash. This one I picked up to send to somebody else that really wanted this kit. I built the Revell version of this kit just a few months ago and had a blast with it. Once I build one, the kit really has to mean something to me to build multiples. And there's a couple that I will build multiples of. But I've got one custom mark. I think that's where it, maybe where it ends, right? But Justin Ryan, a fellow podcast host, he's on the Modeling Insanity podcast. That podcast is a riot. People at work must think I'm crazy because I have my Beats headphones and I listen to that podcast when it comes out, and I'm literally like cracking up. Nobody around me, they can't hear. Like, people in other parts of the building must be like, that dude is insane. But anyway, Justin was looking for this kit. He's got something going on with it, and he needs another one. So I saw it. I was able to snag it for $10 and pick that up. And that's coming your way, Justin. It was supposed to be this week, but it might be Monday. I don't know. I'm a busy guy, like I said. Holy cow. I got all kinds of stuff going on. So there's that. Again, the only one not staying in my stash. And then I was able to pick this up. This is a neat little kit. This is a cool in-between builds, like a slump buster, just finished a really detailed long build, and you don't want to hop into something that's going to be another month or two building. You'd like to bang something out quick. This would be a good 48-hour build. This would be a good, something like that, right? That is this one, the Tamiya Honda City GG. And it's a snap lock kit, which is really cool. So it's a curbside. And again, it's got this neat little body, this neat little Honda body, right? And it's got somewhat of a detailed chassis. Maybe we'll show this kit. We'll open up this kit and do its own little video. But that was neat. I picked that up because it's different. And again, like I said, it'd make for a quick build. And they do a really nice paint job on it, slap some aftermarket wheels on it, bing, bang, boom. You got yourself a nice model. So that's that. Oh, and before I forget this little guy, this was on the free table at my model meeting. So I picked it up. This came out of there's a collection that the club bought. The gentleman passed away, so he bought the collection, and this came out of it, and it was in a grab bag type of thing that we're doing for the club, and then somebody just must not have wanted it, so it sat on the free table. But rumor has it that there's a 3D company coming out with a lowered mini truck chassis, and I thought that'd be pretty cool for that. I don't do rebuilders very often, but that's neat and it's different. It's a Ford Courier mini truck. It already has the ability to have the hood fold like this, fold forward. I don't know if those did that from the factory or not, to be honest with you. But I thought that'd be cool. The interior's in there and it's good shape. We'll throw this thing in the freezer in a Ziploc bag, break it apart. I hate to strip these old decals off there, though. I don't know. These old stripes are pretty neat. I don't know what we're going to do, but I am going to pick up one of those 3D printed mini truck chassis for this. That'll be pretty neat. So that is that. Next, my Hobby Nut order. So I ordered some stuff from Market Hobby Nut, and it came in today, and I'm pretty stoked about it. So first off, I got some paints, which Mark has paints. He has a pretty good selection of different paints. He's got MCW enamels. He's got Tamiya colors. He's got all kinds of stuff, right? And I'm a big fan. As much as, like I showed you guys before, I use this. I've been known to use scale finishes, airbrush stuff, but I also like to rattle can quite a bit. So I picked up a couple of cool colors. I grabbed TS11 Maroon. That's a nice color. Didn't have any kind of dark red. I had some bright reds up on the shelf, but I didn't have any dark reds, so that was cool. I grabbed that. And then TS41 Coral Blue. That's a nice color. That's pretty. So we picked up that. And then I was low on flat aluminum brush paint. I brush paint with this stuff. That would be the Tamiya LP 38 to be exact. So we grabbed that. And then I tried to find this kit at N&L East, and I almost had it once, and I don't know, it was weird. I would walk by this vendor and there wouldn't be any. And then I'd walk by him again, and there'd be two. And then I'd walk by him again, and there wouldn't be any. So I don't know if he was, like, just putting out a little... I don't know what was going on, but I missed it, regardless. I was lucky enough to find it on Mark's website. So I picked up this new release of the 57 Ford Del Rio Ranch Wagon. This has the new tooled custom parts. So that's pretty nice. I'm a fan of this kit. I've built the Gasser wagon version. I've built the Gasser sedan version. Now I'm going to build like a Pro Touring style, you know, something like this. What's on here now? Except for those wheels, probably won't use those. I've got a bunch of really cool MCV product wheels that I probably will put on that. So there's that. That gets added to the pile. And then, last but certainly not least, it's been going on 20 minutes, so thank God we're at the end, right, guys? Holy cow. I don't know how you listen to me this long. So, Hasegawa Minolta Supra Turbo. That's going to be fun to build. So we'll stick this in with the JDM stuff. That's upside down. There you go. So there you have it. There's my There's all my stash ads, right? I didn't miss nothing. No. Okay, good. That's all my stash ads. So once again, thank you to Jason, Lewis, and Dave. Those guys helped me out huge by sending me the kits that I couldn't find at NNL. They were on my list. Thank you to Market Hobby Nut Models for having this stuff in stock. This stuff is, really cool. Thank you to John for gifting me that other kit. Thank you to everybody. If you would please go check out everything linked in the description of this video. I would really appreciate that. Go check them out. All really good stuff. Market Hobby Nut, Matthew at MCV Products, Iceman Collections. Go check them out. What's up, Blizzard? Yep, there he is. Probably mad because the window is shut. And there's probably a chippy out there taunting him. Yeah, anyway. You good, dude? You coming over? Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. And I'll talk to you on the next one. Bye. Say bye, Blizzard. He never listens.